Welcome to my channel. In this channel, we will explore the history of conflicts and wars, why wars are a crucial subject to examine, the different wars throughout human history, the effects of the wars beyond the battlefield, and how they have changed the world as we know it today. We will present a thorough analysis of the battles with a focus on their root causes, major players, and their effects on political, economic, and social institutions, including personal lives. Our objective is to enlighten and educate viewers about the occasions and choices that shape the world as it is today. My YouTube friends, please settle back, take a pen and paper, and get ready to learn all about the wars of mankind and all the issues involved. As this is a new channel, please like, share, and subscribe to enable the channel to grow. Also, don't forget to press the notification bell so that when we upload another video, you will be among the first to be notified. In this first episode, we'll cover major wars of mankind and everything from the Crusades to the 30 Years' War in Europe, the American War of Independence, World War I, and World War II, as well as the Cold War. We'll start with the Crusades, a string of conflicts between Christians and Muslims during the Middle Ages. The 30 Years' War, which wreaked havoc on most of Europe in the 17th century, will then be discussed. The American Civil War, which took place in the middle of the 19th century between the north and south of the country. World War I and World War II, two of the biggest and bloodiest wars in human history. And then the Cold War, a geopolitical battle between the Western powers and the Soviet Union that lasted from the conclusion of World War II until the early 1990s. The Crusades. The Crusades were a series of religious conflicts between the Christians and Muslims during the Middle Ages from the late 11th century to the late 13th century. They were a reaction to the expansion of the Islamic Empire and the Muslim conquest of the Holy Land, which included Jerusalem. The Crusades were fought in God's name and for the purpose of recapturing the Holy Land, and those who took part saw themselves as divine warriors on a mission to reclaim the Holy City. What then were the causes of the Crusades? The Crusades were instigated by political, economic, and religious concerns. Most of the Mediterranean region, including the Holy Land, which was revered by Christians, had been quickly taken by the Islamic Empire as it rapidly grew. In order to capture the Holy Land and bring the Eastern and Western churches together, the Pope at the time, Pope Urban II, saw a chance to start a crusade. Who were the important figures and the events in the Crusades? The Holy Roman Emperor, the King of France, and the King of England were among the numerous strongmen and armies from all across Europe who participated in the Crusades. First Crusade was perhaps the most successful in the conquest of Jerusalem in 1099. However, Over the years, several other battles later led to the collapse of the Kingdom of Jerusalem in 1187. In particular, the Battle of Hattin, which resulted in the Christian defeat and loss of the city in 1187, was one of the major events that occurred during the Crusades. It is noteworthy to mention that during the Crusades, the Knights Templar, a military order that participated in many of the wars and was vital in defending the Christian countries, rose to prominence. What then were the outcome of the Crusades and their global repercussions? I said earlier that the principal objective of the Crusades was to reclaim the Holy Land and bring the Eastern and Western churches back together, but this was not accomplished. The Crusades, on the other hand, had a long-lasting effect on the world, with tensions and mistrust between the two religions lasting to this day. The failure of the Crusades helped to expand the Islamic Empire, weaken the Byzantine Empire, and fueled the emergence of nationalism and anti-Semitism in Europe. The Crusades also marked a turning point in the history of the Catholic Church, as the Church became more involved in secular affairs and politics. The Crusades are remembered as a period of intense conflict, with battles fought and lives lost in the name of God. Overall, the Crusades are an important chapter in the history of mankind and provide a window into the political, religious, and social factors that shaped the world during the Middle Ages. My YouTube friends, I'm sure you must have learned something about the Crusades from this report. In our next episode, we will mirror the 30 Years' War in Europe and the American War of Independence. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also, let us have your comments. Thank you.